I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna start crying right in front of you. I just talked for 19 minutes while my microphone was muted. That makes me so fucking upset. How's it going? Good morning. So this is 2 days after uh, episode 10. I spent one day just running around and managing my scrap, buying new clothes from vendors, looking at new gun stores, buying like silencers and things like that. I upgraded as much of my cyberware as I could. I brought as many things up to tier 3 as I could. I dusted off the old tier 3 Masamune. I don't know why I wasn't using it this whole time. It's actually really powerful. And I was just like, damn, I really have been like just like letting this collect dust in my stash for like no fucking reason. I'm gonna skip a couple of things that I think don't really matter that much. Um, Malorian route data paid so getting the data for the stolen Malorian van. That data paid out 10 grand to me, and Billy's like pondering how much it was actually worth and whether or not like going through fixers is like a ripoff, but it is like how the Edge Runner like ecosystem works. So if you try to work around fixers, you become known as like someone who's like not trustworthy or like stabs like business partners in the back. Max Jones has bloody meds in the room with him, and I was thinking about what that might insinuate because CDPR is very intentional with their environmental storytelling. I don't think it's random that those are there. That location was made specifically for the quest where you get Max Jones, and I don't think it gets reused as far as I know. Um, I don't think it's very likely that it was from someone else before he was there because it seems like he's been hiding there for a while based on like the dirty mattress and the clothes in the corner and stuff. Albeit the clothes don't look like they belong to him, I still believe he's probably been there for a long time. Long enough to set up like turrets and mines and shit. Uh, so my theories are either he that's from a wound he patched on himself, which I don't think is the case because there you would have seen maybe some of his clothes would be bloody, or maybe you'd see like a bandage on his arm or something like that. And you don't see anything like that. Not like with Tiny Mike, where like his whole arm was bandaged to show you that like something bad just happened. Um, or he's very sick. He has some kind of like disease or something. That one's a good possibility. Another one is he has a serious addiction that's like put his health in really bad shape. That one would surprise me, but if it is true, I would say the most likely answer is that he's been taking stims to stay awake because he knows someone's trying to kill him. When Billy went to go save Hal Cantos, there was a there was a moment where Hal Cantos kind of insinuated to like, I hope we never see each other again. And it put into perspective that Billy, as a mercenary, called in at the last minute as kind of like cavalry SOS operations. Um, Most of the time, people aren't too keen on like seeing Billy. Like you, it's like seeing the SWAT team. It's like it usually means something bad is happening. Uh, and so like there's a marked lack of like positive NPC interaction in Billy's day-to-day life. It's mostly just the people he's meeting. He's either intimidating, like bargaining with, or downright like having a fight to the death with them. And so he's becoming probably significantly like unsocialized, and it's probably having an effect on his psyche. Maybe like maybe kind of very slowly seeding like mild like sociopathic antisocial behaviors. So he's that kind of dawned on him. He's gonna like be aware of that going forward and try to remember that there's like a wider world out there outside of like the the violent altercations that he's having on a daily basis, outside of all of like the gangs and the shootouts and the abductions and the human trafficking. Like there's like a world where like humans are living lives and people are having like loving relationships as well, and while there's not a ton of that in Billy's life, like it is super important to not get lost in the sauce of the dystopia. And then about the Hal Cantos job, where Anna Knox put on a BD wreath to watch something that killed another girl by burning out her synapses. She was like inflicted with, or the BD initiated in her cyberpsychosis. And it's interesting to think like, sorry, I lost a little bit of the footage when I was cleaning up my hard drive. I think I was going on a rant, or I was kind of getting lost in the weeds, rambling about the the braindance wreath that the Mox put on that made her go, like, that made her snap, and it attacked her synapses and made her go cyber psycho. I was on some ramble about how someone made that virus that then instantly overloaded that girl into becoming a cyber psycho, which at a glance gives the illusion of the the possibility that someone knows enough about cyberpsychosis that they can turn it on and off like a switch. I think that's kind of a false positive in hindsight, because the more I think about it, it's the more I think about like neuroscience and neurosurgeons, and how it's really hard to it's really hard to mend mental conditions, but it's really easy to inflict them, like such as brain damage or like memory loss. Like you can give someone PTSD pretty easily. All you have to do is torture them, and then bada bing, bada boom. Now they've got memory loss, they've got lifetime phobias, they've got maybe even personality disorders after that. You don't have to know. Get away from me. I'm so sick. I've since 180 flipped my opinion about the BD wreath. I no longer think it's profoundly connected to an underground ring of XBD dealers secretly knowing the ins and outs of cyberpsychosis. I think it's much more likely it's like a bull in a china shop, where like the code was meant to just do as much damage as possible, and then that damage incidentally created cyberpsychosis as a coincidence, not necessarily as a planned effect that someone has mastery over. That's all I was trying to say. But it is interesting to think in like a transhuman way that there is an ability to like press a button and give yourself or have someone else inflict on you like a mental illness. Like that's really weird to me. When I went to go save Tiny Mike, there was a moment where I was up on a balcony and I vaulted in through an apartment window, and there were a couple of Militech kill squad guys in the apartment, and when Billy vaulted through the window and entered, they evacuated out of the lower levels, and they filtered out onto the street, and they took like defensive positions out in the alley, which I think is really funny. I think it's like Billy's becoming like this like cyborged up mercenary with a reputation of being very hard to kill, and he busts into a house, and then a Militech kill squad is like, back up, everybody get out. And then they did send in like one of those like yellow filament guys who had like he was like a skull over his head type enemy, who was coming in through the back door in the alley with the staircase. And then there was another guy at the same time coming in through the basement up that ladder. And so they did have a plan to like flush him out, but it's just funny that they can't just throw their weight around. They have to like be careful around him. So that's an ego boost. I liked that. I liked the kill where that guy tried to retreat down the ladder, and Billy just jumped down the ladder after him, shot him in the head a single time, and then landed on his corpse like a cushion. That was a really stylish kill. I was like, damn, that was cool. And then the stuff that got Tiny Mike in trouble there is a Militech facility out in the desert, and Tiny Mike was stealing data from it, specifically from a Militech agent called Isis Sothis, um, looking for a file called Tenebris, which was a log of some Militech fuck up or another. And generically, I just want to know what Tenebris is about. I hope it like comes up later in the game. On their way out, when Tiny Mike was leading Billy through someone's shop, Billy stopped and stole all the money out of their safe, and that's just like a civilian. That's just robbing people on the street. He took like $650 out of a safe, and in reality, the reason why I ended up doing that was just like getting too lost in the sauce, just having fun playing the game and not thinking too hard about role playing the character. And I'm just gonna like take that opportunity to fold that behavior into Billy's character and say his antisocial streak that he's been on has led to more selfish behaviors, and reflecting on having like cleaned out that lady's safe while he was saving Tiny Mike. He didn't like that about himself, and he's realizing he needs to pay much more like close attention to the type of person he's becoming. So he's meditating on that, and like there's probably not. I know he gives back a lot of money to like Gary specifically. He's given like thousands of dollars to Gary, but that still doesn't give you the right to just like take anyone's stuff and then give it to the homeless guy. You know, like I like wasn't thinking about Billy's character when I was like, ooh, money. But hey, you know, that's a very human like kind of thought process. Is like sometimes you just get blinded by dollar signs. But yeah, not a good habit to cultivate. So definitely something to keep a closer eye on. And then right as Billy was about to go home, there was a afterlife merc who saw a glitch. It's posed in the conversation like either A, he has early onset cyberpsychosis, or B, it's like an implant malfunction. And he says he saw something that it was there and gone in a second. It looked kind of like a glitch, light spliced with dark, beautiful and terrifying. And Billy being interested in the overlap of like the old net, the black wall, demons, conspiracy theories, all this other stuff, the Venn diagram of like the supernatural and the scientific at the same time. He's aware that there are rogue AI, there are like these like little autonomous like clusters of data behind the black wall that like can like there's a non-zero chance some of his software had some other living code like hiding in it, and that he's picking up these glitches from something that's like piggybacking off of his optics or like his implants or something. It's hard to say. It could be anything. Billy tried to talk to them about it, but they were really cagey about it because they're mercenaries, and B, you don't want someone to know that you have health issues if your day job is like fighting other people, right? Like so they didn't have anything to say to me, and that's perfectly understandable. So I just went home. So that's all I got. So that's pretty much that. It's been 2 days. Let's check to see if the sushi lady is still there. Will never fade away. One did it to me. I know. Say what you have to say. I was listening to the there was some samurai song that was in one of the early Cyberpunk trailers that is not sung by who's this band? Oh, they just say Samurai. Basically, the real life band that is playing the music for Samurai, there was a different version. I think it's the Carrie Eurodyne cover of Chippin' In. And someone in the comments said something like that song was 50 years old by the time that Johnny blew up Arasaka Tower, and I was like, what? Where are you getting those numbers from?
I'm ready. You're ready?
Okay, so she just never had a mark on the map to begin with. Well, that's good. I'm glad everything's okay. The full body, like, plastic skin mod is so crazy. Sorry for staring. It's very unusual. This guy looks insane. I know that's like some kind of Japanese priest garb, but I've never seen this outfit before. Who are you? Baoda? Interesting. Hey, and you know what? Get this, though. There's no tiger claws here anymore. I know that's, like, dumb to say. But, like, they could have just sent more, right? But it actually did clean them out of here. It remains to be seen if they'll be gone forever.
Maria, rumor has it that you were once a net runner.
Is that right?
Well, is it true? Oh, and there it is, folks. Now, the question is, Maria, do you still go to cyberspace?
No. Promised myself I'd never set foot in there again.
And why's that?
Because I don't want to fry my brain to a crisp. Cyberspace was never safe to begin with. But after Rage Bartmoths unleashed rabbits, the place turned into a hellscape overnight.
Hell, as in lakes of fire and demons poking you with pitchforks?
No. I'm talking about malware that can flatline you in a matter of nanoseconds. AIs that creep into your brain via your connection. Data vortexes that would make a sane person lose their mind.
Sounds spooky, but someone must still be in there, right?
Mm-hmm. Probably overchecked corpos in cryo suits using up half the energy grid. Or just crazy people.
Alright, but let's say I, Ziggy Q, jack myself into cyberspace.
Your brain would implode. Literally. The internal pressure in your head would increase 3 times over. Without a dedicated...
Let's forget about that for a second. What would I see in those few nanoseconds before I flatline?
All depends on you. Cyberspace is data flowing straight into your brain. It bypasses all of your normal senses. Sight, touch, hearing. You'd have to visualize it somehow. Otherwise, well, you know what happens. You'd see some clouds resonating, pixels falling in a drizzle. It's hard to describe.
Fascinating. And just a tad disturbing. After all, this is cyberspace we're talking about. But us ordinary netizens, we don't have anything to worry about, right?
I think you're gonna have to reread my book, Siggy.
Chill with us, Maria. Well, Night City, our time's up. Till next time.
Really interesting stuff, though. That interview with Maria, the Netrunner, that had a lot of parallels with the glitch that the Afterlife merc saw. So this is where that cop was living. Ow, 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 ow. Anna, last name not given, extended reservation 1 month, do not disturb. Yeah, Anna would be the cop. Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm coming and there's no stopping me. Always walking the difficult road. That goes hard. Anna went on a killing spree and is just fucking slitting the throats of corrupt cops and leaving them in piles of trash. That's fucking awesome. Oh yeah, you know what I never showed off? It's a little thing, but I like that animation. So I no longer have painted fingernails, and that's okay, I guess. But, with gorilla arms, I can rip doors off their hinges now, which I do like. Okay. So I was going around on my day off just buying health boosters,
Yes.
and I found this guy. And I knew I had done a job here before, but I didn't expect. I don't know. And I'm consistently impressed by the attention to detail in this game.
Handled your little debt problem.
Thank you.
How'd you even get in touch with Blake?
My friend recommend him. Then I learned he have debt with him too. This bastard know how to get into man's head. Did it many times already.
Well, don't gotta worry about him anymore.
Yes. Thank you.
Why'd you borrow in the first place?
No money. I did not borrow. I only ask him. You know what the asshole do? He make me pay for wasting a time.
You didn't call the NCPD.
I called. They tell me to tell him. Wait, what they say? Oh, to tell him, stop, you're breaking the law.
And the Tigers? This is their turf.
To do what? To take debt from Blake? It is even worse.
You pay him?
What do you think? Of course I pay. What else can I do? Problem was I could not pay it all. It grew, grew.
So, I don't like that I'm railroaded into trying to strong arm this guy. So, don't take this as what Billy would do. This is just casual conversation.
Figured you'd show a little more appreciation than thank you.
I already pay Fixer.
I know.
Now you, I owe?
No, you don't owe me. I just saw your prices could be relaxed a bit.
I will not. I cannot.
Uh-huh. Got it.
You know how long it take to earn back losses?
All right, I heard you.
Good. You buy something?
Need to buy some meds.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, no, I just like that interaction. I like that you can like catch up with him after he's got his shop set up. I don't like that the only thing you can say to him is just kind of like entitled asshole shit, but there was also the option during the Tiny Mike fiasco. Hey.
Help me! Ah! He wants to erase me!
I don't know if you know who this in-game model is, but I do.
My name is a Legion, for there are many of us.
No fucking way. And he doesn't seem to have any
Help
cyber...
me! Ah! He wants to erase me!
He has no cyberware. Very interesting. That's gonna come up later. You have to remember this for later. What was his name? Louis Woods. I am taken aback. What the fuck? It's hard to describe what I'm experiencing right now because it's not like super important right now. And also Billy wouldn't know anyway. But I, the player, know, and it's fucking with my head. I am reeling from that. If you want like a teaser for what it's connected to, that is like why I'm freaking out so bad. That character's in-game model is used in a cutscene later in the game for like an Easter egg. And it's an Easter egg that has a lot of like community conspiracy theories surrounding it. And I don't know if that model appears anywhere else other than in that Easter egg and on that guy right there who's like being erased by some demonic possession he's suffering from.
As you know, Kabuki's got a new fixer from the USSR. Been running some major biz in NC for a few weeks now. Not sure what exactly, but we're gonna find out. You'll need to clip his data shard. It's got everything. More on our comrade and the gig in the attachment.
We're gonna continue to fuck with the Russian fixer? Okay. The Mikhail Akolov arrived in Night City a while ago. The one from the car with the tracker, a top-class Soviet fixer. My client wants Akolov's data shard, supposedly containing extremely valuable intel on the talks with the Japanese. And remember, I'll pay extra if you get in and out without a trace. Call me when it's done. Interesting, interesting. Okay. So I'll still get paid if I just go in there, blast everyone, grab the data shard, and leave. But that's really not what we're about here. I'll go in. I'll wear the bulletproof vest, but I'll try to play it more casual because I am trying to sneak in there. I do have like a giant like tech assault rifle on my back and a katana on my hip and like gorilla arms and stuff. So like casual's a bit of a strong word.
Joy toys fit for royal? A mountain of preem grade shit like their lives depend on it. Yeah, remember. Put the word out for you. Still no sign of work. Yeah, Chumba, of course I asked. How am I supposed to know? You already owe me a lot, bro. Yeah, everyone knows about your sitch. Listen, I gotta get back. Well, fine, I'll spot you. Later. How can I help you today?
Seems pretty quiet in here.
Well, sir, Kabuki isn't what it used to be.
A lot of crime around here?
No, just going through a tough time. Eddie-wise.
Want a room on the top floor. Good view of the city.
At this moment in time, I can only give you a room on the second to last floor. Still an incredible view of the Night City skyline.
How much for a night?
Here, have a look.
Oh.
Need some time to think it over.
Of course. When you make up your mind, we look forward to your return.
Ooh. Okay. Easy peasy. Okay. Things are serious now. Quick. Strip down. So this is the new look on the combat suit. Oh, and then we got this now. All right. Holy shit. It's times like these you have to ask yourself, is it worth it just to get a little bit of money from messing with the Russians. Arasaka and ornithology, 3 Japanese words to know. So I only very recently learned about the existence of the character K. That is a weird fucking logo. This is what I don't get about rich people. They're like, yeah, can I have a big fucking piece of rock sitting on my my end table? Yeah, I was really hoping to get a giant fucking rock in my room. Stage of deliberations. From someone to Mikhail. Report your progress. Shit. Yeah, I probably don't need to be out there. There's someone like directly below me. Shit. Okay. Now I've got them both tagged. Got the penthouse token. So what's that shard over there then? God damn it. I do want to know though. I could kill him.
Ну что опять? Блин.
All right. Nadezhda Tiernia. I don't know what that's about. Easy fucking peasy. That's him, huh? Why does he have a sidewinder on him? Kale Shard, Penthouse Token, Headhunter, and a blue plus punk knife? You are absolutely joking. That's so nice. Alright. Okay. So then we also had this. Penthouse access. Okay. Interesting, interesting. So we have everything we need. We just have to leave without raising the alarm. Dubai, sand, and death. This land of glass and dust has become an asylum for some of the world's most wanted criminals. Some say they are only biding their time until an early death delivers them to hell. Some say they are already there. That is fucking metal. Yeah, let's just get the fuck out of here. Waiting around is a liability. Hopefully they don't get suspicious when I use the penthouse elevator to leave. Alright, let's just unequip real quick. Throw all this shit in the backpack. Easy peasy.
Shard is secured.
Nice work. Sending you the drop-off coordinates. Client will be waiting for you there.
Why do I feel like a corpo agent right now? What's all this about?
China. They're the client.
China, huh? Thought you never liked swimming with the sharks.
Everyone's got debts, V. You do what you gotta do.
What happens if you can't pay it off?
Why do you think we're scraping the barrel into gigs here? So I don't have to find out.
What kind of debt?
Just something from my muckraking days. Needed help and fast, too.
Help for what?
I'm sorry, do you hear me poking around your personal biz, digging through your past?
No. Suppose not.
Just teasing, V. Sorta. If it's all the same to you, I'd rather just get this over with and move on. So you heading to the meet or what?
I'm en route.
V, wait.
Yeah?
When you get there, no questions. Makes them real cranky.
Try my best.
Alright, my bad. I'm in the middle of something anyway. Alright. Oh shit. A lot of tigers around here.
等緊啦，演完課。有啦，陸軍中校。數據呢？俄式套層加密，要攞翻去先可以解碼。明啦，你可以走啦。
This sort of gig, no hiccups? Quiet as a roach? Color me impressed. Contract closed, and thanks.
Here. All yours.
So good in you. God bless.
What do I get? TSX. What the fuck? That's what I got. My bonus was a fucking silencer. Whatever. That's like hyper insulting. What's the payout? That is like, why is international espionage somehow less profitable than Malorian arms trade routes? I'll never understand.
Arati Kapoor's son overdosed on glitter. Probably heard of it. Hardcore substance circulating on the streets right now.
Yeah.
Arata wants you to go to the lab making it and turn it into a crater. Check the attachment for more intel on Arati and the whole messed up sitch.
The lab where the glitter is cooked has to be wiped off the face of the earth. And if some of those dipshits making it expire on the spot, I think you know the answer. Alright. Okay. This is a guns blazing vengeance mission, so to speak. Alrighty.
Poof, no more lab, just like the doctor ordered. Of course, let's not kid ourselves. Glitter's here to stay. But at least we hit the fuckers making it where it hurts. Oh, one last thing. Arati asked me to thank you. Said she's very grateful. So thanks. Catch you later.
$8 grand for that. No more contracts. Watson is better off thanks to all your work. If I may suggest something, take a break from the city for a while. Burnout can affect even the strongest individuals, so a bit of R&R would do you a world of good. I mean it. There's a little gift waiting for you in your stash to help you on your way up. Okay, what do we got? Oh. Oh, fuck. There we go. Alright, let's do... So we are officially at the top of the food chain in Watson. I'm down to go talk to Dex real quick. So in my headcanon, for the character Billy, Dex would only want to hire the best of the best for such a serious heist. And so it never made sense to me that someone who only did a few jobs here and there would be allowed to like take on this heist. And maybe that's because Dex just wants someone disposable, and doesn't want to like stab like a high-profile merc in the back. I think it just makes more sense for the story. All right, this is it. The fucking job of a lifetime, sir.
Yo, Mr. V, a pleasure.
Dexter Deshawn in the flesh. Ample indeed.
Let's roll. Mind if I ask you something right off the bangle? Would you rather live in peace as Mr. Nobody, die ripe, old, and smelling slightly of urine, or go down for all times in a blaze of glory, smelling near like posies, without seeing your 30th?
They both have their merits.
This some sort of test.
Just a pet topic of mine.
You mean... riddles?
No, Mr. V. Ontology. All right, listen close. Scanning a serious job now. Playing gargantuan compared to smashing up a scav home.
Oleg Darkevich. That's a pretty crazy name.
Hang on. I got a question my own now. Why all this, Dex? Why me? Could have had Jackie or T-Bug sitting here. Could have just done this on comms.
Call me old-fashioned, but I like to look anyone I do biz with in the eye. Had the pleasure of meeting the Jackster in the past, and Sweet T-Bug helped this brother out 2 years ago. So here we are. Besides all that, got a special little pre-mission just for you. But we'll get to that.
Let me hear it. What's the job?
There's this prototype tech. A biochip to be precise. Job's to grab it. Simple.
Yeah? Guessing it belongs to a corp.
Mm-hmm. Arasaka. Surely that's no problem.
No problem. Just a death sentence. NC's Arasaka's turf. Nobody fucks with them here.
What can I say, Mr. V? High risk, high reward. First rule of the afterlife. Besides that, I'm no leadhead. Ain't gonna leave no trace for them to follow, cause we gonna do this clean and on the hush-hush. We understand each other.
A lot easier said than
done. Got a plan?
Two things. First, a conundrum with the Maelstrom boys. Needs active resolving that. Second, a rendezvous. Simple. Client who brought us the job's anxious. She wants to parlay with one of the team.
Client? What's her thing? Why she need to meet?
Woman's name's Evelyn Parker. Vetting her wasn't easy. Put the word out I was looking for any kind of intel.
Right, and?
Some brothers from Pacifica got back to me. Told me to stop looking. End the convo. Anyway, our little client insisted on meeting someone with skin in the game. You know, who'll be there for it all. Yours truly will be remote. T-Bug ain't no people person, and Jaggy's only good at some things. I know you know what I mean. Pretty much leaves you.
What's the issue needs resolving with Maelstrom? Got a beef?
Slotting the shard.
Hold on, before we do that, I just have to say, it's a bit of a red flag that he claims he can fuck with Arasaka in their home city without leaving a trace, but when a much smaller organization like the Voodoo Boys gets back to him from Pacifica and tells him to stop looking into Evelyn's, record, he just folds. Maybe it's just a case of him picking his battles, but, I feel like if you can not leave a trace when Arasaka is tailing you, you should be able to pressure some info out of the Voodoo Boys. So it's an early warning sign that Dex is kind of out of his depth.
Got a classic tale for you. Psycho gang doing his thing 2 weeks back. Jumped a Militech convoy. Got away with the gear. Corp don't even know Maelstrom's involved. Now see, convoy was carrying the Flathead, a little combat bot, a prototype. And I need me that bit of high-grade military tech. Because if we don't get that bot, we don't get no soccer chip. And we sure as hell don't get no happily ever after. But don't get excited. It's a single-use toy. Now, I flat out purchased the damn thing from Maelstrom. Problem is, I did so from a gent went by the name of Brick. I say when, because Brick was the leader. 3 days after we'd sealed our deal, his friend and gangmate, one Simon Randall, aka Royce, plain dropped his ass. Royce is in charge now, and I got no way of knowing if he aims to honor his predecessor's word. To add to this shitstorm, one Meredith out of Militech has developed an interest in said convoy.
Royce guy. What's he like?
A straight psychopath. Chrome-loving kind.
Big club in this town.
I'll give you that. Except few of its other members, no matter the stakes, would put a friend and associate through an industrial microwave dryer. Apparently, first thing to burst are the eyeballs. Get a nice clear pop. Then the rest goes goulash.
Who's the prima donna?
Corpo agent, internal affairs. Been skidding around town asking after the convoy as if her life depended on finding it. The one lead she's got zip-tied in her trunk. Stick up her ass ain't growing any shorter, so she must be getting desperate. Be wise to think how you could use that. Of course, to do so, you'll need that frazzled cat's info. Sending it now.
Think I got everything. Time I got to work.
Well, that's just music to my ears. I'll set up the meet with Miss Parker at Lizzie's bar. Flathead, though, is gonna be all you. One more thing, Mr. V. Quiet life or blaze of glory? Later now.
I suppose it depends on what you have to live for.
Jackster, talk to Dex.
Yeah, Gordito's a big deal. Literally and not, yeah?
Guy certainly knows how to protect his biz. Wants to put us on a few small kinks. Prep work, I guess. Before lining us up a big job. There's this combat bot, military prototype. Maelstrom clept it. Then Dex paid to take it off their hands just before the Gangoons had a switch up in management.
Right. Heard about that. Royce versus Brick. Hostile takeover.
About sums it up. Dex wants us talking to Royce. Gave the deets of some Militech agent too, but I don't know how much help she stands to be.
Chingon.
You don't sound thrilled. Royce, what do you know about him?
He's fucking whack something special. Junkies snort junk. Royce snorts chrome.
Then there's the other thing. Gotta meet the client who put the job on the table. Evelyn Parker.
You? Well, what's Dex gonna do? Ride around in his limo, chat chicks up on the hollow?
Parker wants to meet someone on the crew. Dex gave me the nod.
He must know what he's doing. So, how you want to play this? Maelstrom or Parker? What's first?
Parker. Think I ought to see her first. See what she's like, what she's after.
Orale. In that case, I'll hit the all foods. Put my nose to the ground. Sniff around. Hasta luego.
Just to remind you again that the Eddies have already exchanged hands between me and esteemed Maelstrom partners in biz. A round sum of 10,000. So when you're there to take it off their hands, don't let them try to shake you down, as they're liable to do. Maelstrom being Maelstrom. Okay.
An inspection has shown many have been infected with malware.
Nicola Blue. Alright. That's that for now. Tomorrow, some crazy shit goes down.